against the high school league, and they also have done more than that. They didn't stop there, as their managing partner, Mr. Ken Harrell, volunteered to chair the committee to organize tonight's event. At this time, I'd like you to please give a warm Goose Creek welcome to Mr. Harrell as he comes forward to recognize our very generous sponsors, the members of the organizing committee, and their long-term special guests. Thank you so much, sir.
And as has already been pointed out by Mr. Husky and by Mike, another chance on Friday night to bring another state championship back to Goose Creek. Real quickly, I want to acknowledge our sponsors. And a night like this, these rings, we're so thrilled about what we're doing for these kids tonight. It took a lot of people in the community, both time and talents, to make this night possible. So I just want to thank our sponsors real quickly. Please hold your applause till I get to the entire list. We've got a lot of folks to recognize. First, our silver sponsors, $500 donors, the Carroll Law Firm, excellent firm in Charleston, Fox 24, YTV Charleston, Terry Silver, Big TZ, Power Washing, helped organize the car wash at the Booster Club, put on the raise funds, Coca-Cola, Sinclair Broadcast Group, Dr. David Olson, attendance here in Goose Creek, Wayne Harrell, my dad, thank you, Bob, Wendy's at Goose Creek, Johnny Triggers, Esquire, attorney here in Goose Creek, our gold sponsors at the $1,000 level, Berkeley Electric Co-op, Kenny and Jeannie Harrell, thank you, my wife, for being here tonight. First Citizens Bank, Grooms Percentage. You're going to hear from Senator Grooms. May have a different office shortly after that. You'll hear from him shortly. Consult Webs, Coach Jack and Carolyn Susak. Coach, thank you so much. The Clore Law Group, Shelley Lee Law Firm, excellent firm here in Goose Creek. Jostens, we paid for the rings, y'all. We had to have money to pay for them, but they cut us some good deals. We appreciate them. And we're also publishing the great programs that you got as you came in tonight. Again, those were costs, but they gave us some great discounts. We appreciate them. Our platinum sponsors at $2,500 a piece. Alcoa, been a big part of this community for years. Tri-County Roofing, VIP Marketing and Advertising. You'll hear from Eric Elliott. The work that his organization did in putting in film and special effects tonight is just phenomenal. Steinberg Law Firm, my good friends and good lawyers with offices here at Goose Creek and in Charleston. I know their managing partner, David Pearl, is here tonight. Production Design Associates, you're going to get some nice special effects. I hope your hearts aren't weak because it's going to get a little crazy a little bit later on. The Joy Law Firm, and again, I want to just thank Melissa Freed and Chris McCool for the work they did with me on the case last fall. And Sticky Fingers. Sticky Fingers stepped up, y'all. We had a dinner tonight before this event for all the players and their parents. Sticky Fingers provided all the food free of charge. Please give a warm Next, y'all, let me real quickly the committee that served to help organize this. And again, there's a lot of moving parts to bring this night together. Principal Husky served on the committee with us. Coach Reedy also served. From the Booster Club, Sherry Marigelli, the president of the Booster Club. Phenomenal job. Michelle Hood, thank you, Michelle, for all your hard work. Benita Smith, I saw the PowerPoint as you walked in. That was all Benita's work. Thank you so much. Her husband, Mark Smith, if you need something done at Goose Creek High School, I would suggest you find Mark Smith. That guy is phenomenal. He's been here all day helping to get this event set up. Some of my good friends, Senator Paul Campbell, Senator Larry Broom, Senator Kennedy, thank you all so much. And you're going to hear from them shortly. Jenna Waldorf, who was instrumental in getting Sticky Fingers to cater the dinner for us. Eric Elliott with VIP Marketing, and again, you'll hear from Eric, but you'll see how impressive the film we've got later tonight. And a special thanks to Chris McCool, again, attorney in my office. Chris took the special effects under his wing, and I can't tell you how many hours he worked to make sure that we have a night to remember tonight. But again, please let your organized committee, please let them know how much you appreciate their work. At this point, I'm honored to be able to introduce, we've got some of our fine state legislators from the Goose Creek and Berkeley County area. They've done some work, and we're talking about a positive night. They've gotten some resolutions passed, very special resolutions to honor each of the kids on this football team and each of the coaches. And so I will call them up and let them have a turn on the microphone to say a few brief words to you. But I'd like to welcome Representative Bill Crosby from Goose Creek, if you come up. Representative Joe Danny from Goose Creek. Senator Paul Campbell. welcome Senator Larry Goose. At this point, I'll ask Steve to say a few words to you. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you all for inviting me up here tonight. I'm glad to see such a large crowd. Most of you, if I could see, I think I probably know you. I go back many years in Goose Creek. I was here before this Goose Creek High School was ever built. So that's telling you how far back I go back. I was the founder of the Goose Creek Parks and Playground, so I know a lot of your parents up there. So I want to, when I first heard about what was going on with the athletic league and what they were fixing to do to you, it really upset me because, you know, this is my home, this is where I lived for so many years, this is where my children went to school. All three of my children went to Goose Creek High and went on to Clemson and graduated from Clemson as well. So it hurts me an awful lot when I see something happen to y'all. So if there's anything I can do, we're fixing, Joe Danny and I are filled is in the house, fixing to try to get rid of, and we will get rid of, the athletic league.
Thank you very much for allowing me to come here and share this moment with this team. This is a great team to have a lot to be proud of, especially after facing adversity this year, how they stood up with integrity and leadership. This community is so proud of them, and I think it's very evident tonight that we are very proud of this team. Thank you.
This is an absolute great community. It's a great city. It's a great school. It's a great team. Not many teams have done what this team has done. And that's why we want to recognize them tonight. 26-0, 40 out of the last 42 ball games. Number 11 in the nation. You know, the Broadway Sheriff tonight, in case Jerome Singleton showed up, we got two. This is a special group of young people, from the cheerleaders to the football team and what they've been to this town, what they've been to this community, and the pride they put in this place. This is something we want to honor these young people for doing. And they're showing the leadership that it takes, the integrity, and what it takes to be a champion, what it takes to be a champion. Now I'm going to turn the mic over to the next congressman from the 1st Progressive District, Senator Larry Goose.
What was done to these athletes, to these champions, was an absolute travesty. There was no reason for them to do what they did with the high school league. And while we did everything we possibly could with the Joy Law Firm, with Ken Harrell, going to state court, going to federal court, we tried, and the system, the adults let our young athletes down. And while we could never get back what was taken, we did the best we could, and very, very, very seldomly is a state law passed just for one high school. Very rarely, if ever, has a state law been passed for one school. But to try to honor these young athletes, Senator Campbell and I introduced a bill in the South Carolina Senate, and after it passed, Representative Danny, Representative Crosby worked the House of Representatives to be able to bestow something unusual on these young athletes.
to do with this event, from the rings to the special effects to the programs, everything's paid for. Pretty good plan, right? Everything's paid for. But we still got a fine that was imposed on the school. We need to get that fine paid off. So when you leave here, any surplus money from what we've raised is going towards paying that fine off. There'll be boxes out there. You'll see the parents from the Goose Club out there. If you're over the age of 18, I know you got at least $1 or $5 you can drop in that box. Please help the Gators. Show them some love when you leave. Thank you all.
All right, Goose Creek High School, let me hear you make some noise! It's almost time, y'all. Now check it out. We didn't even get to be the best high school football team in South Carolina by accident. It took leadership, y'all. All of us know that the success of our football team is due to our coaches. And I want to make a special introduction of the best football coach in South Carolina. Goose Creek Gator fans.
To be your football coach. I've been here, this is the 11th year, and I can honestly say I've never been as overwhelmed by the support of our Gator Nation as I am tonight. Thank you so very, very much for being here. Without being repetitious, I would also like to just thank everyone that has made this possible. Kenny Harrell and the Joy Law Firm, words can never express what they have done and what they have been to us. Our legislators have just been unbelievable in the support that they've given us, and we just thank you so very, very much. We won the state championship in 2011, and we had seven starters coming back. We lost 15 starters from the state championship team. Everyone said this team won't be as good as last year's team. So what did they do? What did they do? They won 13 straight games. They went undefeated. What did they do? They were ranked number 1 in the state of South Carolina. What did they do? They were ranked number 11 in the nation. What did they do? They continued a 26-game winning streak that still goes on today. As I said, I'm so honored and proud to be your coach. I'm honored and proud to be a part of this community. When I go out on the field on Friday nights and pregame warm-ups to see our stands full, I get tears in my eyes and I get goosebumps because it's the most rewarding experience of my life to see the support that we get from this community. I'm so proud to be a part of Goose Creek High School, our administration, our faculty, our staff, our students. We have so much pride in our school, and we're so proud of our school. I am so proud to be able to work with the coaches that we have. We've got the best coaching staff in the state of South Carolina. And finally, and most important, and what we're here tonight to do is recognize the young men on this football team. And I am so very, very proud of the fact that they were 13-0, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm even more proud of the way they conduct themselves in the classroom and the way they conduct themselves on the playing field and around their school, and the example that they set for the students of Goose Creek High School. As we've said many, many times, winning football games is very important, and we want to win every game. But if we can help a young man, if we can change a young man and change his life, then we've done something much more valuable than to win a football game. And that's what Goose Creek High School football is all about. Before we bring the players out, and when they get out, I want to speak to them for just a minute. But before we do that, I also want to congratulate Coach Blake Hall and our boys basketball team. Because we didn't have the opportunity to finish the job, they're going to finish the job for us. Mike Bender, and we're going to start with the coaches, and then we'll get to the players.
All right, Goose Creek High School. Another big round of applause for the best coach in the state of South Carolina. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for all the rings, the integrity rings, to be presented to the players. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off first by introducing those coaches, the best coaching staff in the state of South Carolina. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Coach Joe Bauer. Ladies and gentlemen, now he makes some noise for Coach Brad Bowler. Put your hands together, Goose Creek, for Coach David Bowler. All right. Number 1, Shamel Terrio. Give it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get up out of your seats and let's make some noise for your 2012 Goose Creek Gators. Undefeated, 13-0. Number 1 in the state, number 11 in the nation. Put your hands together for number 2, Deshaun. be showing a video here shortly. We're going to be showing a short put on by a great production team. But before we do that, we're here to celebrate this football team. But like Coach Reedy said earlier, and like was mentioned earlier in this pep rally, we have another team that's going to be going to state, and they're going to finish the job that we weren't able to do because we were disqualified. So everybody put your hands together. This Friday night, your Goose Gator basketball team in the state championship.
This Friday at 8:30. And we will play against Irmo. You know Irmo, they are from Columbia. So, I know Mr. Husky, I think, is working on getting some fan buses to go up. We would love to have as much support that we can have in Columbia this Friday, 8:30. So I'd love to have you. You can buy tickets, I believe, at the school this week. And the fan bus, I'm not sure if it's going to be free, but it could help a little bit with the gas expense. We'd love to have as much support. We have 15 young men that work their butts off every day and deal with me every day, which is probably a bigger task. And we would love to have you, and thank you for being here tonight.
Thanks a lot, y'all. Give a big round of applause to Coach Hall and the Goose Creek boys basketball team. Now, hey, just so you know, they got tickets on sale here in the school. You can actually buy a ticket to Friday night state championship after this pep rally out in the lobby. You can also buy tickets in the main office. And like Coach Hall said, Coach Husky, they are going to have, or Mr. Husky, they are going to have a bus. If you can't get transportation, try to get in touch with somebody in the main office and get on that bus. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very honored to have a special video message for our football team and our fans from one of South Carolina's United States Senators up in Washington, D.C. So I would like to introduce somebody who's going to introduce that senator. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome Senator Tim Scott's Chief of Staff and a Goose Creek Gator, class of 1981 graduate. Hey, give it up for Joe McEwen.
I had no idea what I was going to say, because I'm so stoked right now, I can't believe it. It is good to be on campus. It's good to be here with y'all tonight. On behalf of Senator Tim Scott, who wishes he could be here tonight, duty calls. A few hours ago, he got on a plane, he flew to D.C., he had to take care of business. Knowing that that was going to happen a couple weeks ago, he filmed a video that you'll see in a minute. But I want to tell a story and then I want to say thanks. I was a freshman here in 1977. We had good coaches. We had good players. But that game against Somerville, I think the final score was 72-0. Now, if my memory serves me, the score at the end of the first quarter was Goose Creek 0, Somerville 0. Now, I don't know what Coach McKissick said to them boys on the sideline, but I wish he had said something else. So they didn't bode very well for Gator Nation, and it was tough to watch that game in the stands. But my oh my, how times have changed. I'm so proud to be here. Coach Reedy, my nephew had the privilege of playing for you a few years ago. I've never had the pleasure of being here. I know your background, Coach, and I can only assume that you wanted to find a football program and turn that program around. And I am so glad that you chose Goose. Sports in general and football, in my opinion in particular, teaches you a lot of lessons. I can't imagine preparing a team for the overwhelming thing you all went through last year. But I can tell you this, on behalf of every person here, Coach, to your staff, to the trainers, to every football player on this team, to the cheerleading squad, to the faculty and staff of this great high school, and to every family represented. Thank you, Coach, for doing what you did. I've heard Senator Scott say something I want to share real quick. I've heard him say that what happens to us does not determine our life's outcome. What happens to us does not determine our life's outcome. But how we respond to what happens to us determines our life's outcome. And you have taught a great lesson to our community. I can't wait until next year. Go Gators! Thank you.
Although I went to Seoul High School, I know no Goose, please. I can hear you. I can hear you. Although I went to Seoul High School, I am so excited to be talking to the best football team in all of South Carolina and the 11th best team in America. I'm excited about your accomplishments. It's, by the way, a 12-0 undefeated season. You've had to overcome adversities, challenges, and things that just didn't feel right. I'm so excited that your parents are there to celebrate with you, the accomplishments, your friends, your coaches. What an amazing story Goose Creek Gator football team has created for so many of us today. I've watched with incredible interest. I've attended the football games. I've cheered at the stands as you guys have made us so proud that the Low Country has benefited from your character, your approach, and your response to challenges. God bless you, and God bless the next football season.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. We're getting ready to watch the big screens here. I did want to tell y'all before I introduce Eric Elliott, the owner of VIP, who put this production on for us. Skip McBride, some of you other guys, make sure you tune your pacemakers right, because they'll appreciate that. Mr. Fulmer probably won't hear it, but some of y'all that know him will get that too. But there's going to be some loud explosions going on, so I just want y'all to know ahead of time. As Kim told you earlier, we had a number of local businesses who stepped up in a big way to help make tonight happen. One of those great companies, y'all, Goose Creek, was VIP Marketing, which volunteered to produce a short film to honor the 2012 football team. Let me hear you make some noise, Goose Creek, for VIP owner Eric Elliott. Give it up.
Now, the number 11 team in the country, I'm sure you can make a little more noise than that, right? yourselves. 26-game winning streak. This video that you're going to see tonight is called Undefeated. And there's no better word to title this. There's no better word to title it. Because you guys did not lose on the field at all. You all, you players, you coaches, you teams, you touch every single member of this community. You brought them all together. How Coach Reedy said you added more seats. You filled them all. Every single one of you. So right now I'd love to unveil to you, it's our pleasure to unveil to you all Undefeated.
And have just wanted to have something that they could have
seeing, I mean, packed house, standing room only. And for them to come to that and knowing that's going to be standing room only, but still just to be there and show support, we can't say enough.
Sometimes I'm amazed myself. I tell my wife, I can't imagine what nice feeling we have. They do the right things. They go to class. They make good grades. They're respectful of other people. And when they go on the football field, they're a championship football team. They play like champions.
Our coaching staff on this team, and I've talked to a lot of players from a lot of other schools, and they don't have the respect or the relationship that the players have with their coaching staff. It's not the same. Here we have like an on-field, off-field relationship. They demand so much from us, and we give it to them. And off the field, they're so thankful for that. But we put a lot of trust into the coaching staff because we've seen that, if you just do what they tell you to do, things great are going to happen. And, I mean, we got, Coach Reed, who's, to me, the best head coach there is in high school football. Coach Olkowski is one of the best receiving coaches I've ever seen or met. Coach Gabe, he's crazy, but he's the best offensive line coach I've ever asked. Coach Andrew, one of the defensive coordinators, he is crazy, but he is so funny and he gets the job done. But he's one of the guys that makes it fun to come to practice every day. Along with Coach Bowers, he's also crazy. I mean, our defensive line coach, he's a co-defensive coordinator with Cannon. He is crazy too. I love it. And it makes it fun to come to practice.
The way they came together, the love, the care, the concern that they have for each other is what I think separates a championship type football team from an ordinary football team. And this team had those ingredients. They love each other. They care about each other. They swim together. Every place in the state championship football team. And they did that well they had done the job, and even more than that, they had set another standard that no one before them had done, and that was to go through the season undefeated.
I thought for sure we were going to play Northwestern the next week. I did. I thought, hey, this is going to be a great senior year. All the things that happened, a day or two ago, those are gone. We're going to go to Northwestern's going to come to us. We're going to kick the butt. We're going to win. But, we're going to have fun preparing for them. We're going to have fun the next week, and that's what I was looking forward to.
There had been so many emotions leading up to that game that there was a lot of emotion after the game because of the fact that we were even allowed to play the game was an emotional thing. But never in my wildest dreams did I think that would be the last game this football team would play.
The legacy that we want to leave to the community is that nothing's impossible. When we got here, we were told that if you just work hard and keep doing what we ask you, things will pay off. That we'll get big wins. We'll win championships. And we've seen that firsthand in the community. I've seen it firsthand that, hey, if you work hard and, bust your butt, big things do happen and you do become successful.
The legacy that I would hope that we leave is that when we got here, there were three things that we wanted to do: build pride in our team, pride in our school, pride in our community. I think that over the course of the last 11 years, there now is tremendous pride in our football team and in our program. There's a great deal of pride in our school, and certainly there's a great deal of pride in our community for what these young men the last 3 years, they were 40-2. They have 26 game winning streak that they're leading. And so, you know, they've set the bar high. They've set the standard high for the people and young men that will come after them. And so I thank them for what they've done for our program. You know, we can never thank them enough for what they've done and the effort and all of the things that they put in to set a great example and to continue the tradition of excellence here in our football program. I am undefeated.
Thank you so much.